Hey everybody, it's Tia. I'm back. I have another review. I hope you all are doing well. I should introduce myself. Again, my name is Tia. I'm a part-time vlogger and blogger, full-time fed, and kind of a lifelong beauty junkie. I'm doing a review. You all know how I feel about the Beem Box. I've reviewed every Beem Box except for one that I received, and I actually reviewed it. That video just didn't go live because the footage was not great. And there are quite a few videos that will never go live because the footage is not great. But hopefully this will be one of them. If you hear this dialogue, then obviously it was one of them. So you all know the Beem Box subscription service gives you products customized for your skin tone and skin type. Each box has at least one skincare product, bunch of color cosmetics. Love it every single time. Always introduces me to new brands that I never would have known had it not been for my subscription. So I am very thankful for that. And the value of the box always exceeds the sticker price of it. So it's been worthwhile every time to invest in the Beam Box, which is why I still get them. Now, my last Beam Box video, I mentioned to you all, I would most definitely be doing a separate video for the eyeshadow palette because I had thoughts at first glance. I've not swatched most of these colors, but in any case, you'll see the Beam Box video overhead right about now where I talk about this palette for the first time, or rather I see it for the first time. The palette is Mystic Forest by Estate Cosmetics, which is a Canadian company, according to this, distributed through Montreal. So let's take a look. It has a mirror, of course, and then we've got these different shades. Now, when I saw this, let's back up. I went to the website for Estate Cosmetics because I tried to do a little research on the company. And when I went to Estate Cosmetics website, I noticed two things that were, one, I felt on the fence about, and one was a good thing. The good thing I noticed was that they don't have a ton of product. And for me, I find that to be very encouraging because sometimes too much product can feel overwhelming to me as a online consumer, just like if I'm in a store. I love Sephora, but absolutely I can't stay in there too long. It's a bit much. Ulta is even worse. And I love both stores, but I just get overwhelmed and I'm just ready to go after a few minutes. That's how I feel on certain websites. This website was not like that. It is a more carefully curated collection of products, and I appreciate that. However, when I went to the eyeshadow palettes, what I noticed was that they were predominantly warm. And you all know I prefer cooler palettes and cooler colors. Now, I showed you this. I want you to keep these colors in mind. Now I'm going to show you a palette that tends to work better with my coloring. Ace Beauté, the Paradise Fallen palette. I will link the video to this overhead as well because I did a separate video just for this palette. Look at these colors, you guys. Look at those. Cool, cool colors. Every last one of them is cool. Not a warm color in the batch. The warmest color they've got in here is Orion. And as you can see, it's a metallic. And it's actually not that warm. It's more of a neutral. So all of these colors, very cool and very pretty on the skin. Then I got Mystic Forest. We're not judging though. We're going to do a couple of swatches. Now, as you can see, I have swatched two of them. As you can tell by the prints, you can see, yeah, you can't really see it on this one, but I swatched this one and I definitely swatched that one. You can see my fingerprint on it. So first things first, when I saw this, the first thing I thought is, oh, is this Juvia's 2.0? Maybe. It's definitely, the packaging and the layout definitely gives me Juvia's. That being said, let's swatch a few. They've got three shimmers in here. Pixie, Mystic Forest, and Fairy Dust. I'm definitely swatching Fairy Dust. Sorry, that was at the bottom. So Pixie, Mystic Forest, Fairy Dust, all metallics, and then the other 6 colors are mattes. My least favorite, just a quick glance, is definitely Moss. Though on camera, it looks like a really pretty sage green. It's absolutely more of an olive color in person. So this is not accurate. This looks like a penny on camera. Oh no, it looks pretty much like a penny in person too. I'm noticing that the metallics are coming up a bit truer than the mattes, but that's okay. So let's swipe Pixie. That is, oh, that's really pretty. At least on camera, it's pretty. In person, yeah, it's pretty too. And we're going to swatch it right here. That's really pretty. That would make an awesome highlighter. Now, you're probably looking like, it disappeared. That's because I'm brown. I'll put a little more on my finger. I can see it in person, but the light is kind of washing it out a bit. There you go. So there's your Pixie. The names are cute too because, oh, I guess I should read the names from side to side, right? Pixie, Ablaze, and Zinnia. Griffin, Mystic Forest, and Woodland. Moss, Fairy Dust, and Black Bear. Those are your names. So even though you can, oh yeah, you can definitely see it now. That looks like I really played in too much of it. And I kind of did. But you know, we need to do these for the sake of showing you. Now, it's a super soft formula. And I didn't get a lot of fallout when I swiped my finger over it. It was recommended in the Beem Box on their information card to use your fingers for these. So let's go to this next one. Fairy Dust, I'm really excited about. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that, you guys. That is stunning. And here we go. We're going to apply it. Oh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. That actually, it reads, it's pretty in person, but it reads amazing on camera. I love that. Oh my gosh. That could make such a good highlighter. That too, that could be an awesome highlighter, but that could be a really good highlighter if you've got a deeper tone to your skin. Very nice. And Mystic Forest, which I've already swatched in a previous video, and I'm going to swatch again because I love it. Look at that. Okay, did you see? I want you to see. That's what it looks like on my finger. This is what it looks like in the palette. So in the palette, it looks like shimmery black. And on camera, it is giving me peacock blue teal. Just, oh, so pretty. And then we're going to do this. Look at that. Okay. I swatched it before. And I don't remember liking the color as much as I do right now. Like, I remember saying, oh, that's pretty, but man, that's winning me over to the palette. That color right there, okay, so one day I'm going to do a video about this. The Kibbe ID system, style ID system, I'm a soft classic, which means I can't do a whole lot of extremes with anything because it just kind of looks separate from me. Not that I can't do them, but when I do them, they don't look that harmonious with me. So something like this, I would love to do like a super bold look. Think Julia Fox, for lack of better references. The way that she wore black eyeliner, it wouldn't be quite like that, but in my mind, I would do something bold in that vein. I can't do it and it look the way I want it to look on me, but I would absolutely take this with a thin liner brush or a thin angled liner brush and go right under my waterline. And that would be absolutely stunning. That's a gorgeous color. That's ridiculously pretty. Let me wipe some of this excess shadow off on my finger. What I'm noticing too is that it wipes off the finger pretty clean. Like, yeah, you can see some of it, but this is not super staining. That's nice. That's nice. So, I mean, I've played in the shimmers and they are gorgeous. And the shimmers actually are winning me over to this palette. You know what, Mystic Forest? Estate Cosmetics, I was about to just kind of write them off as, ooh, they do a lot of warms that might not be for me. But those three colors are phenomenal, and I might just have to become a fan. I don't know. So what color should we do? So I swatched this last time, so I know what this looks like. I like that color. It's a nice dark, dark brown. Uh, let's try, let's try the warmest looking color in this palette. This one right here, Zinnia. Okay, so that looks very orange. I'm noticing that the mattes are not as soft and buttery as the shimmers. They don't have to be though. They are soft. They're just not as soft as the shimmers. Okay. Very, very close to my skin tone, though you can clearly see it's yellow. Um, what could zinnia be good for? Transition shades. You could even probably, with some caution, and you'd have to be the right shade, you could probably use it as a setting powder too. The formulation probably isn't right, but for your typical setting powder. But I could see this being a wonderful setting powder, perhaps under the eye, just like people use the banana powder. Everybody shouldn't use banana because that yellow is not for everyone, but that is zinnia. And I'll do one more because I'm not going to keep you all day. Um, I said I hated moss right here. I don't hate it. It's my least favorite. But so let's do that one just for the sake of some variety. So moss, it's like an olive green, an army green, olive green. That looks a heck of a lot prettier on camera than I thought it would. It looks very flat in person, but on camera it looks like it's got a bit of a bit of a shimmer to it. Let's swatch. This one is soft. I don't know what's on my arm. It's soft. I could see that being a good shade if you really like darker greens. Some people are really suited for them. That's um it's not really my cup of tea, that particular shade, but it could absolutely give some depth to some colors if you're doing something interesting on the eye. It could be good. It could be good. I will tell you this. From the palette to my skin, it looks darker than what it is. Let me hold it up. So that's what it looks like on camera. That's what it looks like on my arm. You see the slight difference in them? That shows up in person too, where the palette looks a little lighter than the way it is on my skin. It's still my least favorite, but I could see some of these other colors being very workable. Okay, Estate Cosmetics. I might have to take some of my thoughts back. Definitely Mystic Forest has won me over. I can't wait to wear that, and I'm going to get right on camera and show it to you all. Anyway, that's the palette. Pricing information and links to shop it will be below. And if you have questions about it or if you've used it, let me know. I'd love to hear your stories or hear your questions. Until the next time, I hope you're well, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.